me.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another Andrew Bort's Career Mode on Expert in a Caterham video fun extravaganza. This is our second one of these for the day. The first one I wasn't totally sober, so I don't really remember it that well. But this one I am sober. And speaking of sobriety, wow, okay. I've brought along a Russian.
I'm just checking it. Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
Yeah, because
I started recording like 20 minutes ago, honey.
why would you do that? I don't think you were even back 20 minutes ago.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, we see Weber on pole from Button
Weber,
from Kobayashi. Go
Kobayashi,
Kumui-san. Where's
Rosberg,
Bortz?
Vettel, Alonso, Hamilton, Grosjean, Perez, Raikkonen.
Where's
Uh,
Bortz?
uh, 18, 18, 18.
No.
Ah,
Hulk,
19.
19. Ouchie moya. That sucks. And then
Yeah.
all the way in the back is the Marussia. Sad Panda. So he's going to go through his setup now. Bort showing you all the things that he does to make his car magical and fun for everyone, as long as you're over the age of 18. What?
That is not true. I'm pretty sure if like a person under 18 was good
And
enough.
on that note, moving on, before Valentine gets us in trouble, telling us about the secret underground industry that powers this country's economy.
No, I mean for real.
Chance.
I think they'd give the permit for an under 18 guy if he was really good in GP2 or something like that. It's something to think about.
It is something to think about, and something that I guess we can discuss during the inevitable lulls in this race. So, beginning as far back as he is, it might be exciting all the way. Well, then again, we saw Germany. He started from second, and, well, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it now.
Yeah.
It's awesome, I think.
It's semi-awesome. Like, there's a really good beginning, and there's a very good ending. But in between, it's just complete total horseshit, and nothing goes on.
So it's like a porno. You got to admit, it is. That is true. The beginning is exciting. The ending is exciting. The middle is just a bunch of moaning and wailing and faking it.
And on that note, is he still fumbling about with his setup?
Yes.
Okay, thank goodness. Like, do people really demand that? Oh, Andrew, take as long as possible on that setup. Like, fuck!
That one's for you, sunshine. Oh, there's the other side. There's the other side.
Oh, God. Okay.
Ford's doing that just for you. It's
I
now
know.
a quick blast through the field. That awesome helmet of Heikki. It's a weird track. There's Michael Schumacher in front of us, the reason that we had one lap less of Hungaroring last year, as he bounces back and forth. We got 3, 4 red lights, already 5, and we are away. And once again, a very poor start from Bortz. Looking it up to Rich.
References to the previous race. Although, who will watch this before it? Make plenty. Doesn't matter. Nobody will watch it before.
True. And braking, we're doing some braking things. We hit Hulkenberg a little bit. Nothing too bad as everyone constantines up together. No major moments as we are taking Schumacher on the outside and Kovalainen on the inside. There's a gap. It's closed. He went through the gap.
Nah.
He is a racing driver, although not one that succeeded on the day. Whoa, a little bit of oversteer there as we are now trailing Hulkenberg. Well, we have been trailing Hulkenberg.
Not a perfect start by any stretch of the imagination. He gained one position, and I'm going to assume endangered several other drivers. It didn't look too good.
So basically another typical Andrew start.
Yeah. And currently, as we're looking, oh wow!
Ordo and DeResta got together a little bit up there, backing everybody up. Bortz is going to try to make a move on the inside of Hulkenberg. Right now, Hulkenberg is holding him up like mad. Bortz could go much faster. As we see Hulkenberg get a little bit too wide, Bortz is going to take him on the outside. Nice pass there, Andrew.
Watching this, you do have to realize just how bad for overtakes Hungaroring is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I like the track. I can imagine being a spectator would be awesome because you can see like 80% of the track from any point on the track, at any point in the grandstands rather. But it needs to be, I don't know, wider. Have a few corners eliminated. Like, what do you think they could do?
I don't just keep it like that. You know, not every track has to be an overtaking spectacle.
True.
You can't really overtake in Monaco either. And
Monaco is one of my favorite Grand Prix ever.
I really like Monaco too.
I love it. It's unique. It's got that atmosphere. As we see Senna pulling a little bit of a gap to board, it's nothing too bad. It's more of a Ricardo train at this point.
Yeah.
We see the front field breaking off a little bit from the midfield.
He's letting Senna ahead a bit, but I don't think it's gonna matter much because the train is just humongous.
I think Bortz is playing it smart. He can't overtake all these people in one lap for sure. Just staying a little bit behind Senna, keeping the air clean, not
Yeah,
looking aside so much.
That does make a lot of sense.
He's playing it tactical until he can get an opportunity. And it actually looks like they're concertining up a little bit more because DeResta's being slow and useless. Unlike real F1, in which case he's actually doing pretty damn good, I have to say.
I was waiting for a comment upon which I was gonna refer you back to the latest Bahrain Grand Prix, where he kicked some major ass.
Yeah, he did well, it has to be said. Although I still think he's a whiny bitch, but he did do well, so props to him where it matters. Well, she's Scottish, so that's cool.
We can't let this guy hold us up much longer. Parting.
Well, the engineer is a genius, has to be said.
Well, to be fair, I don't think the engineers take into account what track you're on. I mean, yeah, on a normal track,
Yeah.
like, you know, China or Malaysia or some other, you know, Tilka DRS fest, yeah, you would want to clear these guys to keep your strategy in line. But here, you just can't overtake 4 cars at once unless someone makes a monumental mistake.
Actually, I don't think that if Andrew really tried, he'd be in a very good position to overtake Senna.
I think he will coming into the S. The S is up ahead. I think he's going to do a dive on Senna.
Here it's impossible. Absolutely.
No,
No, that-
make it. You can make it stick. I've done it before.
Yeah, well, I've seen how you drive.
You saw how I drove in one race where I got hit.
I saw the one race where you drove when you went full throttle erosion
Whoa!
into some
I had to check up a little bit there. Senna backing off because
Ricardo, I think.
no, I think
was-
it's Vern. I think Ricardo's up the field a bit.
I don't know. I saw the Australian flag. I
Oh,
thought.
no, you're right. You're right. So that's Vern up the field a bit.
Yeah.
Ricardo smiling a little bit too widely at a spectator in the stands, and the sunlight reflected off his teeth and blinded him momentarily.
Well, the leader, whoever that is, thank you, F1, is pulling away a bit, sort of. Why is it telling us that Maldonado is in 13?
What's he doing breaking that early? Whoa! Is because
That ain't gonna stick. Is it gonna stick?
Yes, it's gonna stick. It's gonna stick. He's got curves. He's got it.
Huh. Looked rather dangerous, especially considering that last race.
Hamilton. I guess that might be why he braked so early. That was a really weird braking point for Bortz. Especially when he attempted the overtake. Like if he was trying to pull out, I could understand, but he went for the overtake anyway. So I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna finish, then go all the way. You know. Well,
Yeah.
Credit where it's due. Right there, I would have taken to the escape of it, but Bortz keeps it on the track. If you want to overtake into that corner, you have to take a very, very bizarre line, and you can make it stick, but you have to have the car set up to do it. It's really awkward, really clumsy, but you can make it work. I did it once to win a race. I don't think we're friends anymore.
Wow.
Actually, I don't think we were ever friends.
Are you friends with anybody?
Yeah, quite a few people actually. Some of the fastest drivers in the game.
Rosberg's just posted
I'm not one of them.
for the race so far.
Not in 2012. In 2011, I was up there. In 2012, I still haven't found setups that I like. My car is still too snappy, and I like snappy cars, but that's a little bit. Why are they all constantly up again?
Well, spoiler, I have not played F1 2012 as of yet. At all.
By the time it takes you to get the game, 2013 is going to be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for 2013. I'm looking at this. It's not different enough from 2011 for me to be interested.
It's another spot you can overtake if you're really brave. You have to do it around the outside, though. You can't do it
Or
up
really stupid.
what's the difference?
Yeah.
Here you'd have to go on an outside line and then take the second sausage on the inside of the left-hander, and you can make it work. But, like I said, clumsy.
Yeah.
Not something you want to do in a full race when you're on lap 5.
Actually, really surprising.
Whoa.
It's lap 5, and still the majority of the field is very bunched up. As if the start was like 2 seconds ago. Ooh, that should be interesting, but I don't think he can do it. Nah. Wow.
My video froze.
Oh.
Alright, sorry about that little minor hitch there, as we made the pass on Ricardo Lee. Bort's made the pass on Ricardo Stick.
It was our emotional support.
Our emotional support, we carried him, much like in Football Manager, where my
Yeah.
team, I got fired by my Finnish team that I posted in that video. I since went to a Danish team, got them promoted, and have not lost a game for a year. So boom, I am a footballista. Listo. Wow. Okay, I do have a penis. Anyway. What I would guess is happening with the midfield is somebody qualified outside of their normal range and is now doing a Borch train and just holding everybody up.
Who can qualify this much out of their normal range? I mean,
Kobayashi, he was in P3.
ah,
He might have fallen back to the sharp enders and is now leading the
Ah,
midfield.
sure.
Although then again, Kamui-san did put it up there a few times. Not on this track though. What was it? It was China and Spa, right? Spa he
Fuck.
got done by Grosjean, and then China, I don't even know what happened to him in China.
I honestly don't remember.
Let's see, so it looks like we got like 3 fields of 2, and the whole midfield train. I think they're going 2 by 2 there. I think what happened is I think my video changed quality. That might have been what the hitch was.
Yeah, that happens. That does happen.
So apologies for that, people. More for Boards. He's the one who has to edit all this shit. I used to do it, but now I just send it to him and say, "Have fun."
And I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I find it better that way because he's the one posting the video. He can review it better than I can.
Ooh, wow, that is unbelievable.
I think we're a little bit out of sync as we just take the rest on the outside and
Definitely
it
a little
massive
bit
understeer.
Just for a second.
Huh?
Bam, bam. I paused and paused, so that we sync back up.
Thank you.
No.
The rest
That was a
got it.
really good pass, but I think he was so surprised that he couldn't even make it stick.
Apologies for more technical difficulties. We're back now. YouTube is stupid. Surprise. As we get more understeer there, Boris is pushing harder and harder. I think he wants to get by this train now that he's seeing what we do. That he could basically get himself into good points just by taking this long snake of cars.
Yeah.
All the rest having a look on Maldonado there, not going to do anything about it. Boris looking at the rest of it, but you really can't overtake in this section.
I think if he keeps doing it like that, it's going to end in tragedy.
You know, if they just opened this section of the track up more to give more lines, that might actually work.
Like, do a parabolic or something?
Well, in a way, but bank them.
Uh-huh.
Bank the outer edge of the track to give multiple lines the same basic speed. And there you go. Wham
That's
bam.
dangerous.
Well, not if you raise the land around it. I'm not saying have a drop off, but just bank them slightly. That way you could get some overtaking action.
You need to increase the gap.
You
I
could
think
actually-
F1 should race on Demonza Oval. That's great.
I would love it if they brought it up to safety standards. I'd be all for it. But the problem is they'll never bring up the safety standards because that country is run by the mafia.
F1 oval races? Is that what you want?
Well, I thought Indy was brilliant until
Yeah. Watch Indy.
2007. Do I what?
Watch IndyCar, I'm saying.
Yeah.
It offers that. Also a lot of really good city tracks.
And Takuma-san, he won. I'm so happy.
And
My
lots of
fans.
pretty good drivers.
For sure. And meth heads. Or
Ah,
crack heads.
AJ. Yeah.
Did they ever
that-
find out, did he actually take drugs or was that
I don't know. Well, it never was revealed.
Because
and
he was fighting it, and I never saw him as the kind of person who would do that. And then again, I never.
And by the way, not crack. I'm pretty sure it was something meth.
It was oh yeah. Well, I never saw Mayfield as a meth head either, and that surprised me.
Never saw who?
Mayfield, Jeremy Mayfield,
Who's that?
another NASCAR driver of old.
Hmm.
He was one of the top rookies in the year I was really into NASCAR, 1997.
I think I read about that.
My driver won the championship.
Your driver?
Gordon.
Oh god.
I've been a Gordon fan since 1996.
I've been
Oh, there's Perez! Perez has gone around! Perez.
Nice one, Andrew. Really good. Makes up a lot of places. By
And by a lot, we need two.
yeah, well, two's a lot on this track. Okay, so
True. Who was the other person? Someone got caught up in that and had to stop. Mercedes.
looked like Maldonado to me.
Okay, so not a Mercedes.
Not Maldonado, Mercedes, whatever. On Gordon, I've been his fan since he went a lap down after being tagged by Harvick and took him out last year. That was a really manly thing to do. Son of a bitch ruined the fucking championship finale. Hope he's proud. Yeah, fuck Jeff Gordon. I don't really have much else to say.
Alright, cool. I'm used to it. He's a polarizing figure. People either love him or hate him. I've just been a long time fan of him. Some of his antics lately, I'm like, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, it's cool. It's a different form of racing than F1, and so it's whatever. But if it all comes to a head, there's the new person on the track that everyone's fawning over, including myself.
Danica?
Danica. Although I don't think anybody could fawn over her as much as freaking DW. Oh my god. It's like, you're old, stop being creepy.
What's his first name?
Darrell Waltrip.
Daryl. Okay. I know what the W stands for, but I couldn't remember his first name.
The one that doesn't sound gay. Michael's awesome, but seriously, I'm just like, every time I hear him, I laugh.
They sound so southern though, compared to the indie guys. Compared to like,
That's because it's based in different places. I mean, you look at the indie races, Baltimore, Florida, like St. Petersburg, Florida, I don't consider south at all. It's like a weird, geographically, yes. Regionally, no. It's weird. You got, what else? You have that one in Pennsylvania, you have the New York one. It's more northern style racing, plus ovals. I hope Takuma wins more. Win, Takuma, win. So we're
coming up
not
on.
trailing Vern. Got that DRS thing. Our wings popped open. Hopefully, unlike Alonso, it'll close again. Bort's catching a lot there.
Yeah, it breaks a lot later than whoever's first in that group.
I think it's a Lotus. I can't really tell on this quality setting though.
Just ahead of Vern, and yeah, it does look like a Lotus. I'd say that it looks more like a Toro Rosso, except I know that both Toro Rossos are either behind or here. It's Vern, so it must be a Lotus. Oh yeah, Borch does probably. Oh wow, he already conserved a lot of fuel there.
I'm proud of
Out
it.
in the so now making his intentions pretty clear that he wants to pass that group. A bit wide there, I thought.
A little bit, not too bad. I mean, worse things have happened.
I'm still trying to tell who's the guy up the very front.
I don't know. I know it's Hamilton, and then I don't know who's ahead of Hamilton. What are we going to do here? We're going to try to take Vern on the outside? No. Oh, ooh, Vern blocking us a little bit there. He's entitled to do that. We're going to get DRS again. I think we're going to be able to slingshot past him.
faster in sector 1.
Let's see what we can do. Vern might be out of the DRS range on Hamilton. Nope, his wing's open. I can see that. Vern takes an inside. Or no, it's not. His wing's not open.
Gaining on Byrne at a rate
Zoom.
of half a second per
There we
lap.
go. Who's this up ahead? That would be... Wait, that looked like a German flag.
Oh.
There is no German in Lotus. That's Vettel. That's a Red Bull.
Yeah. Told you it looked like a Toro Rosso. That's because it does. That's because it's a fucking Red Bull.
Now we're gaining on Hamilton. Let's see what we can do here. Looking, looking, looking. Are we going to try to make one of those awkward passes I was talking about? Hamilton takes the inside line. Or it's, nope, going to keep it safe. Well played. Hits the second sausage a little bit there. Raises his front end a little bit, but nothing too bad. He gets it back on the ground. Hamilton taking a bit of a wide line there. Ford's definitely much faster than Lewis at this point in the race. Just can't find a way past. Probably gonna get it on this next lap. Take him into turn 1. Really the only overtaking spot on this track that doesn't involve awkwardness. As we hear Valentine eating cereal.
Oh, sorry. I moved the microphone up. Is it? Alright, I'll just mute
No,
myself.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh,
I heard you move the thing, and I'm just assuming that's what you're doing. As we're gonna take Lewis on the outside.
no, I don't think that's gonna stick. No.
Next corner. Full load occurs. Inside, 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 inside. Aww. Ford's playing it very passive.
Thankfully. I wonder why. What possible reason could he have in his fast races to be playing it safe against Lewis Hamilton?
I'd have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about, spoiler.
Yeah.
Bit of understeer there. Nothing too bad. Nicely corrected.
Dramatic.
As I almost sucked the microphone off of my head.
So, you do have to note, though, that the train was kind of sort of working behind Vettel at this point.
Yeah, sort of. The finger boy not fingering his way through the field.
And, well, Red Bull generally isn't that great in Andrew's career mode.
Now, if only that were true in real F1, I'd love to see Vettel in a car that didn't perform.
Watch some 2008 races.
Yeah, but he was young then, and he was in a Toro Rosso, which is a completely different car from a Red Bull, so sorry about it. You got that wrong.
No, I actually got that right. That was a car that didn't perform. Sometimes it did, but...
I'm referring to Red Bull. Like, in a Red Bull that doesn't perform.
Oh.
That was my implication by a car.
You're a shithead.
His time will be slightly slower than normal.
Honestly,
Anyway,
I like the game struggle. Bitch. Hamilton having a little look on the outside. That'll take in the defensive line. Nothing's going to happen there. La la la. This is the same thing it's been.
Yeah, but at least there are some cars in the proximity.
True.
Quite very close to Lewis now, but there's nothing you can do in that corner. And there's nothing you can do here either unless you're like completely nuts.
I've taken a few people on the outside.
Well, case in point. As we turn... Nah, I really like watching people go through that corner. Could never quite do it well myself, but...
A little bit of snap oversteer there. He's got to run on Hamilton. He's got to run on Hamilton. He's got to run on Hamilton. He's pushing him a little bit wide, but Bort's going to have the inside line for this next corner. And if he can make this braking stick it.
Wow, Lewis, really feisty. Oh, what happened? What happened?
Lewis got a little bit loose on the loose. Wow, NASCAR term there for you. On the
Well, that's because that's exactly what he got. He got loose, and I honestly think I saw him spin. I'm not quite sure whether I did.
It looked sort of. It was close. It was close. For sure.
That's why you used lose, because it looked very much like a NASCAR-esque spin.
So there you go. I did know what I was talking about. I just didn't know it.
Excusable.
So we're now
This is gonna
for Vettel.
Jesus. 150. We're coming up on Sebastian Vettel. Well, I wouldn't call that coming up just yet.
No, still a while to go before he could finish.
Yeah, indeed, 55 times. Ooh, oh, yeah, he's not gonna make that. Ooh, Jesus. Should have cut the corner.
Yeah.
In real F1, I assume taking that curb that way would mess you up big time.
It would damage your floor,
Uh-huh.
at the very least.
One
Or
point.
if you hit it hard enough, your suspension would break.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to Mitchell Evans in the GP3 finale last year. He took the curbs in Monza like that. Didn't work.
Oops.
He's still
Monza?
emerged.
What? Where does Monza have curbs like that?
Fish. The very fish again.
They have sausage curbs like that. I thought it was just one set. I didn't think it was a double set.
Ooh, trying to play that back in my head. Well, it was some kind of curves inside the corner that he bounced over. Still won the championship in the end, but
Scheduled pit stop this lap from Bortz. Let's see
Yeah.
if he takes it. Schumacher making good progress as well. Started only P17, I want to say. Now up to P9.
the rest there. He was right there, right behind Andrea.
Might have gotten caught up when Hamilton had his moment.
No. He was there after Lewis too.
Boxed.
Yeah, that probably is the most likely thing. Well, seeing how we haven't seen. Oh no, you pit with those. You go in the pit.
Come on, Bortz. Listen to Valentine here. Go, go, go.
Listen to me and go into the pits.
I'll let you work your telepathic magic.
Time travel. Magic.
Do it.
Yep, there we go.
Thank you. Good to know that you're useful. Now let's see what the Caterham crew can do. Everyone and their mother's coming in this lap. We're coming in for a set of options. There you go, Valentine. Another head wobble for you. And let's see what they can do. Tires are off. Tires are on. Screws are in. And a 3.5 second stop. Nicely done. Did they get him ahead of the McLaren?
Couldn't quite jump the car ahead, whatever that was.
Why did I say McLaren? I meant Red Bull.
Yeah, because you're
Oh,
dumb.
oh, there's the Resta.
That's Paul the rest is early still paying off. Well, not quite paying off, but
Who's dumb now? Chasing Vettel. It got cloudy. I think this is the first time in Bortz's career that he's being told to turn the fuel up.
that is true. And he turns it to standard and then probably shows his engineer the middle finger.
That's what I would do.
Ah.
Leave me alone a lot. I did have to take the escape again. Oh no, I hit the sausage cup, and it is not good. The Vettel is getting away. It is not good.
I think Andrew suspects that he will be not making that that turn many more times.
I guess. Or maybe he's just saving it for the end when he has to go full bonsai.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it worth the loss in time right now?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like he's able to make it up. He's keeping pace with Vettel. When he's not fucking up, he's able to keep the pace. So,
Matt 125.518. That's really quick.
indeed.
Have to say how
Whoa! Speaking of really quick,
all the rest.
here we
the
go.
rest.
Back on the inside. The rest of can't get the apex. Sports has his car there. Not enough to get the position back, but if Bortz goes full curse mode, you can take him on the inside here, Bortz. You can pass in this corner.
Inside now, unless he tries a switch around, which he does not clearly, and the rest to hug the apex pretty well there. So yeah, we lost that to the rest of fair and square for the moment, but obviously if he can keep pace with him next lap, he'll have DRS. will be able to do the exact same thing.
And it might end up paying off if they both leapfrog off of one another, be able to catch Vettel quicker.
I don't know, when you fight against another driver, you naturally lose time. I mean, you know, aerodynamics and all that you get, what is it, a wind tunnel? What do you call that?
Dirty air.
Not dirty, God. When there's one car and another car's behind it and...
Slipstream?
Slipstream, thank you. Wow. Though I don't think that's happening because Paul di Resta is running away. That is quite weird too.
Mm-hmm. You don't usually expect Paul di Resta to run away. He usually runs towards his engineer with a knife.
No, that's the other Force India driver. The Clipson.
No, towards his engineer, not somebody else's engineer.
And not with a bottle of champagne.
Yeah. I'm surprised the Chinese authorities didn't try to arrest him or some shit.
Well, he was already tried for...
Yeah, it doesn't matter though to the Chinese.
Yeah, but
Okay, it looks like the car
I don't think they want to mess with Formula 1.
maximum power.
It's China, they can afford to.
They can, but why would they?
Because it's China. The bitch is back.
Not quite North Korea.
Looking at the radar, it looks like we might have light rain in about 15 minutes.
Light rain in 15 minutes. That could throw a wrench in things.
Yep.
Speaking of throwing a wrench in things, there's someone ahead of Vettel who's holding him up massively, and Arrest as well.
Don't quite see who it is. Oh, it's a Formula 1 car. That's what I can tell from there.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was a Renault Clio for a second there, but you are indeed right. It is an F1 car.
It could be like a lost
Looks
Le Mans.
blue.
Oh no. It looks like a Williams to me.
Yeah. Well, blue would have Williams covered.
Yeah.
God, they need to go back to their old livery. That thing is sexy.
I like the new one.
I think the old one's better. Then again, if it were up to me, we'd have... No, whoa, 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 whoa.
Passed by two people into one corner. It is indeed a Williams of Pastor Maldonado.
What's he doing up there?
Vettel actually, I think he left his pit stop late or something like that. Or maybe he did actually really early, and that's why he's currently holding people up. He leapfrogged this in the pit, but now his car's going off already.
Maybe. What are we going to do with the rest? We're catching the rest massively. We tap him.
So bad.
We? Again.
That was...
Do we?
No, that was him. That was all him.
All who?
Ports?
How is that Bortz? The rest of
No.
them extremely early for that corner.
Yeah, but why didn't he go for the overtake? He was clearly trying to...
Because, again, if you overtake in that corner, it's a big risk. I don't think he wanted to make it work, but now we're going to make this one work. Around the outside of the rest, it gets a little bit of grass on the wheel. Nothing too bad. As now, speaking of breaking things, we're going to go after Maldonado. He's been holding people up. I think he's on the prime tire.
Oh, maybe he didn't pit yet.
Maldonado? Yep, that would be the only option. There'd be no way he'd be... Yeah, there'd just be no way.
Back there, dicing it up with di Resta back in the...
Well, depending on how long Maldonado can hold out, if it ends up raining, that might pay dividends for him.
For the car chasing you, he's less than a
Yeah.
second behind, and will
I don't think the AI thinks that far, but sure.
I have no idea. Sometimes they seem smart, sometimes they seem really, really retarded.
They seem smart because they get lucky. They seem retarded because they get unlucky. I don't think they think much, honestly.
Well, it is Codemasters, so God only knows how they program their shit. One Charles Peak is ahead of us, getting the blue flags. Meaning get your ass out the way, meaning get your ass out the way, thank you.
I do suspect their AI programming is just, you know, attributes and a random number generator. Probably is the case. Matt is coughing, so I will have to take this commentary over. So they're driving around the circuit. There's a
big
right.
help you are. Why do I bring you along again?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Why do I come along if all I get is abuse?
I don't know. You're a masochist?
Okay, we got that one. But what's Grosjean very far away from Andrew, so this must be the inevitable lull in clean air running.
Line is running on full revs. He's trying to close
Mm.
the gap.
Pace is decent for Andrew. I am falling asleep.
That's why I have coffee.
That's a good idea.
Go make some coffee, Sunshine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
There you go.
I got like fucking 4 hours of sleep today.
I got.
I will-
Okay, so we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat. Football Manager later?
What do you mean later? What's later?
Well, like later, as in like with Ilya.
Yeah, but like a bit later, I still have to finish the essay today.
Yeah, true. That's cool. Tweet me. Or text. Oh, wait, you don't have my phone number. I was gonna say text me. You don't have my phone number. That's probably for the best.
What's what? Twitter?
Although I don't know how much international texting would be.
Dude, there's fucking Skype. What is wrong with you?
Well, if I'm playing my Xbox, I have to disconnect my internet. And if I'm in class, I'm not on Skype.
We think there's a chance of light rain in 10 minutes.
Chance of light rain in 10 minutes time. You don't want to oversteer going into that corner. I've done that before. I've had a nice chat with the wall. It liked front wings, apparently. Exactly. Well put. DeRest is sticking with Ford. It's not surprising. He had the pace advantage over Andrew before Maldonado fucked everything up. Again. So
Is the, is the gap to Row going down at all?
I can't tell. I don't know which one's Grosjean up ahead on the mini map. I know some of that is lap traffic.
Yeah. Well, let's the next. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Wow, it is.
Yeah.
Decently too.
Like I don't know, 0.8 per lap or something like that. A lot.
Yeah, a lot. For sure. Apologies again. YouTube sucks. We're closer than the gap to Grosjean for sure. DeRest is still sticking with us though. Can't make one mistake or else Paul's gonna get by. Have some lap traffic up ahead to help us out, but what they'll be able to do, I don't know.
Looks like Andrew's driving like pretty conservatively at the moment.
Yeah.
Not.
I think with the calls for rain coming out, he's just trying to make it work so that his stint ends when he's gonna have to switch to inners.
That he doesn't have to stop again. Yeah, that makes sense. Still rather quick related to his previous times, which is a bit surprising.
Well, he was always quick though. I mean, the only reason he couldn't work his way up the field is because this is a hard track to overtake on. But he had a good clip. All right, so there's at least one car there a lap down to them and them. So I think there are about 3 cars out of the 4 immediately ahead on the mini-map that are lead lap cars that he's in competition with. So he definitely closing in on Rogro.
Hmm.
And I think this is the lap car coming up now. Well, and by now, I mean like a quarter and a half away.
The car behind is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
Good to know.
Yes, but what is Hulkenberg's fuel situation?
I don't know. It's critical information that we're being deprived.
Ahead in sector
Ah.
1. Let's see if we can use that to our advantage.
Well, I did run out of coffee like a bitch, but I do have some tea, so I'm good.
There you go.
You're lapping slightly slower than the rest. You catching you.
Let's see who this is. That would be Karthikeyan. Should be getting out of the way.
Quite understand how the rest is catching him, considering he's been on him this entire time.
Yeah, it's one of those little engineer eccentricities. So there's Grosjean up ahead, right behind. I'm gonna say that that's Kamui,
Looks kind of whitish. Yeah, that's a Zauber, all right.
and because Perez spun, so that wouldn't be Perez.
Hmm.
So Kamui in P7, not bad, not bad. Grosjean in P8, not bad. So who haven't we seen? We haven't seen the Ferraris. We haven't seen Button. We haven't seen Weber.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Kimi.
That's about it.
Yeah. Wow, we are so much faster than Grosjean in this sector. It is not even, well, that's not how you do it. A little bit understeer there, nothing too bad.
It does look
No.
he's struggling with the second to last corner. You know, the hair finish parabolic like.
Yeah. It is a bit of an odd corner.
Yeah, I don't actually know what to call it. Is the problem. It's not a hairpin, but it's clearly not a parabolica either.
Ooh, a little bit of a lockup there from who's on primes, I think. That might explain the pace differential.
Can't see it. And that is Kamui, yes. And yeah, those look white.
5 minutes until rain.
Well, they seem pretty insistent on it.
The tires seem like they're holding up okay. Ford should be able to make it work.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, the key thing is if he can get past Grosjean into the first corner while not allowing DeResta to get past Grosjean, that could help Ford's out, get DeResta off his ass.
Really not a lot of need to pass all of those people just yet.
Well,
It's
depending on, I mean, when the rain comes, he wants to get as much of a gap as he can because you never know. He could be in the middle of a lap and have the grip fall away.
It all depends on how well he guesses his switch moment.
True. And you know, he has been actually pretty good at that, I think.
All right.
Besides China, I think, where he completely blew it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it one of his strongest suits.
No.
Just like wheel to wheel, I wouldn't call that. But I don't know why. I just thought of it randomly.
He's a very calculating driver, but you get him out of his element, and things can go horrible in a moment. As a cow walks by Valentine's room.
Yeah, I'm stirring the tea. I'm moving my head as far away from it as possible.
It's good. It's all good, dude.
I'm not gonna fall off the chair, and it's gonna be your fault.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if that happens. Although that actually did happen to me once.
Why am I not?
I'm a klutz. What can I say?
Well,
Need I remind our listeners about the coffee incident?
no, because we reference it in every
True.
fucking. So, John, kind of messy with the exit there, and that should be good, but it is not.
But it is.
Wow, that was kind of an FP overtake.
Aggressive, but clean.
Yeah, no, it was clean. Yeah, Romain did not leave enough room on the entrance to the corner. Oh wow. Had to hold it there. That must be lapped traffic.
Yep. Bad thing is Kamui's going to get DRS, so it's going to be as you were pretty much from here. Until we can get all the way up there.
We estimate that Kobayashi should be coming in for tyres within the next 2 laps.
Within the next 2 laps, so he's crazy.
Well, he's on option tires, and depending on when he came in his previous time, I think he's
If
on option.
he comes in right now, looking at the clouds and the incessant engineer rain messages, he'll just be throwing away 20 seconds. I don't know.
We'll have to see. It depends. I mean, if the tires are close to cliffing, then you risk losing all that time anyway.
It's been a good race so far.
Really has been.
45 minutes in, there's been lots of wheel-to-wheel dicing. There's been fighting through the field that remained fairly bunched up, and now there's promise of the great equalizer.
For sure. Just matters when it comes and how hard it comes. That's going to be the big deciding factor here. Whether or not it's going to be an intercon rain or if they're going to have to put on the full extreme wets. Because the performance on the extreme wets hasn't really been there for Bortz. We'll have to see.
The gap to the car in front
Definitely
is less
catching
than a
Kobayashi.
second. Let's try and get past
Yeah.
in the DRS.
I don't know what kind of time. Maybe he's on primes. I can't imagine to be that slow on options unless he's trying to make an extremely long stint work. And then, like I said, it's more beneficial. Yep, he's on options. It might be more beneficial for Kamui to come and get some fresh sets, send a few blazing laps, even when the rain should have started to come down.
Methodical pass around the outside, and now some clean air running.
Kava lining up ahead.
Yeah, but he'll
Just
move
get out
up.
of- Well, remember Hockenheim? I remember that bit too. As I said, I remember bits and pieces. Just not the entire thing.
I could swear there already have been 5 minutes and no raindrops. You do have to wonder.
Yeah, maybe it won't rain. In which case, Sports is better off just coming in now and getting a fresh set of tires.
Right now,
It's starting to rain.
it is a
It's dry
really.
at the moment, but
Oh.
if it worsens, we'll need to
There you
switch
go.
to winters or wet.
But I don't see any. Well, let's go through the full lap. Maybe it's in one of the corners. I don't see anything as of now.
Nor do I. Gonna get the DRS on Kobe.
Yeah. Those cheeky Caterhams. That was him hitting the rev limiter, right?
Yeah, hardcore.
No. A sound I don't hear too often in this.
He's trying to close the gap.
No, I'm honest. I don't like it's not. Not at this race, at least.
What are you talking about? He's been hitting it every time he goes on DRS.
Yeah, we haven't really had much of that.
Behind's closing in.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Enough that I'm surprised it's the first time you've heard the rev limiter.
I usually have the sound turned down pretty low, cause
I usually do for the intro, because that shit is loud.
well, what do I listen to anyway?
See, that's how we spot the traction moments and the shift patterns. And I mean, you need this shit to be a good commentator.
Sorta. Yeah, there always has to be like one guy who gets the tech and one guy who's just good at commentating the sporting part.
True enough.
And if you're both, you're really good.
Yep.
Kobayashi's lap times are slower than yours. You're increasing the lead over him by half a second a lap.
Wow. That is a big differential. Half a second a lap?
Not that big, I would say. I expected more. Especially considering how he closed down.
True enough. Is he closing down Alonso, though? That's the big question right now. Not in
And
that sector.
No.
There's not much between you and the car behind. Just 2 seconds.
Oh, there's 24 cars, so neither of the spins must have been
Terminal.
criminal.
Losing time to Alonso, almost a second there. And it suddenly got extremely cold in my apartment. Be right back.
The pit window is open. Come in this lap.
The pit window is open, but obviously no reason to dive in as of yet. Which shows us just how worn the tires are, but not tough shit. 11 seconds to Alonso now. This is tough.
Yeah.
Again,
Well-
maybe he should pit in this lap, now that I think about it.
Well, it depends. I mean, this fabled rain, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pit in. Put on another set of options, push as hard as you can.
It could work. Could definitely work.
Bin the car into Lewis Hamilton.
But then I mean, he always risks the scenario that we ran into when we were trying to do our co-op career a long time ago, where one lap it's fine, the next lap you're spinning and sliding and everything. We're just looking up at the sky wondering where the hell is this rain?
You have a 2-second gap to the car behind. We need to keep it clean so he doesn't get a chance
Well,
to
we actually pitted in after all, I'm gonna imagine. Let's see if... Yeah. Good call. I honestly, thinking about it, would have probably done the same. Fabled rain is nowhere to be seen, and until it gets to inter conditions, he can still put in a couple of...
Looks like he's doing exactly what you thought, gonna go for another set of options. Just blitz it.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That was a fast stop.
that was a good stop.
Watch out for traffic as you rejoin the track.
Okay, or am I crazy or did... Oh, okay, now it stopped flashing. Never mind.
And we think
Wow.
Verne is due to pit within the next 5
Yes, to answer your question. Yes, you are.
Putting it up to standard.
Out on track. It's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain, but wasn't it starting to rain before?
Yes.
Well,
That's the short answer. Yes, it was.
what the fuck is the point of an engineer if you cannot rely on him for shit?
Good question.
It is, isn't it?
Got an email from the F1 store.
Hmm.
Brand new 2013 replica team wear, Sauber F1. Hey, it's that Mexican that's useless.
I'd get some teamwear for Zambra F1.
Kimmy. Ooh, let's see. Lotus F1 team. The Lotus F1 team umbrella. Wow. Here we go, diecast models. Let's see how expensive that is. Oh my.
I'd actually get like some Penske teamwear for IndyCar. That'd be nice.
Since IndyCar typically doesn't overprice
Yeah.
like that.
There's little car figures, and I like them so much. They cost so goddamn much.
I have a couple Gordon diecast models I got at the Richmond races I went to years ago. God only knows how much they're worth now.
I looked at the Hinchcliffe one and the Power one. Yeah, I'd like.
I also have an IndyCar from model from 03, I want to say. God, those cars look so much better back then.
Yeah, but these cars, they don't look too good, but they do good racing.
And they're safer by a long way.
Yeah.
So, that is okay.
Mhm.
I can dig it.
Well, the rain,
Doesn't seem to be coming.
yeah. Fuck all in the way of rain. That's great.
So much for the great equalizer. Oops.
Let's say the great equalizer. Monk.
Ooh, that'll be a great equalizer if he does that too many more times.
So much for that new set of options. You could have been doing that without pitting, Andrew. Yeah.
I think that one was just for you, Val.
Oh. Okay.
Didn't
Maybe
wanna-
like a cat jumped on his lap is what I'm thinking.
Maybe. Does he have a cat?
I don't know, Andor cat. I mean, no, I don't know.
Why did you just mention it then?
Well, maybe he does. He was a dog.
Or maybe he spilled coffee on his crotch. Oh shit! I spilled coffee on my crotch.
That's what it sounds like to you. Well, to be fair, that's what old birds sound like.
True. He sounded a bit like Christian Horner in that one video we did, and it was creepy. It was really creepy.
Hey, I did a commentary with Christian Horner. He's not like unlikable or anything, I wouldn't say.
Vern should be pitting within the next 4 laps. We believe the car ahead is running standard revs. Standard revs.
I think it's definitely wet in that corner.
Oh, that's what it is.
But there's some rain there, and you see a little spray coming off the tires. I mean, that's the only explanation for him getting 2 oversteer moments in that corner.
Now that I look about it, the tires do look
We're losing a lot
wet.
of time to the car behind. He's lapping much faster.
Not as in wet tires, but
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah, enters.
Enters.
You've lost your front wing. If you can nurse the car back to the
What an
pit,
asshole.
we'll make a replacement.
And now look at all these guys. All these guys don't know what to do.
We have some spare fuel. You should consider turning up the engine for a few laps.
I wouldn't be turning the engine up in the rain, that's just me. Especially when you're on the wrong fucking tires. Hulkenberg getting a bit shaky.
Sector 2 is showing green. Back to racing conditions. Keep an eye out for any debris.
Yeah, the debris would be his when his car went off the track, you dumb. DeRessa gets by. Kobayashi is spun.
4, you should pit for repairs. Pit.
Although DeRessa might have gotten a penalty for that. If the AI gets penalties. Overtaking under yellows.
I don't think I get penalties for that.
Yellow flag conditions. No
DeRessa
overtaking.
losing it a little bit there. DeRessa losing it a lot bit there. So did Hulkenberg. His board has to go way out on the outside just to avoid them.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
The crash in sector
This
3
game
can
is
be
so
cleared.
retarded, it's not
Back
even
up to
funny.
racing speed in sector
The
3.
penalty decisions are
I'm
spectacular.
hand position back. He was across the track sideways. What did you want him to do? Run into him?
Pit in this lap.
Nah, I don't really get how there's game determines that. When it's okay to overtake a stranded guy, when it's not.
There's Hulkenberg again. We're gonna have to give the position back again. Stupid game. And DeRessa holds it on track and doesn't pit. What the hell?
Okay. What?
Unless they think the rain's gonna go away really quickly.
No, because the track is already like the only thing, if AI does actually have some strategic elements.
Oh,
and
Bortz is going straight for the wets.
Okay, wet tyres for next
I
one.
kind of thought when I entered, like it looks really wet. That beautiful nose.
Exit now.
7 seconds. Good enough for a nose change.
Sure enough.
It looks really wet.
The track.
Not gonna lie, it
Track
looks
is clear.
extremely wet.
Yeah, it actually does.
No, I think Bort's made the very right call. They're aquaplaning all over the place.
Tyres, you've got one scheduled stop left.
How bad did the wets wear?
Not at all. You could.
Okay, DRS
I
is now
did a
disabled. Use your wet weather
50%
tyres.
race in Brazil once, and I took the wets all the way.
Hmm.
It was touchy towards the end, but you can get very, very far. Boards can get to the end of the race if it continues raining.
Heikki has just come into the pit.
It is raining like mad.
For sure.
Kobayashi
So yeah, Andrew, really
The
good
car,
call.
another stranded car, that's Grosjean.
Seconds.
Not surprised.
Yeah, he cannot drive in the wet for shit, and ain't gonna argue with that.
Up to one of the Force Indians.
We can argue about the dry, but not in the wet.
Not in the wet, no. Kind of like SMS, I can't do shit in the wet too.
Yeah, Felipe, baby. Although he did beat Alonso in Australia and in Malaysia qualifying, and those are both wet. He has one lap pace. He just doesn't have the consistency in the wet, I guess.
I guess.
There's Hulkenberg again, and Raikkonen. He's already caught back up to Hulkenberg.
People are strategy masters all over there. They're just going around helplessly with their... And look, there's a lot of people in the pits. We're gonna jump a lot of cars. Yeah, like an immense amount. Seriously.
For sure. How many?
Well, not the two people in front, but everyone else. Okay.
See who this is. This is Weber, and it looks like Weber's still struggling.
Yeah. Well,
Be aware you've got a reserve of fuel and can afford to use more to up your pace if you feel it's needed.
wow.
Are those green?
Did they look green?
I couldn't tell. It was so quick I couldn't tell.
Struggle. Well, okay, this is a fucking monsoon. This is unbelievable.
This is insane.
This would be red flagged 10 times, and for good reason.
I don't think for good reason, but yeah, this would be red flag. Schumi, the Rainmeister, is in second place. From 17th to second, Bortz is from 19th to third.
Do you see what color his
I'm
tires are?
trying to see.
That look green to
They
me.
did look green. And he's slipping.
Slip sliding away.
Pretty much.
There's a group of slower cars just ahead of you.
Ooh, a lot there. Schumacher doing a great job keeping that car on the road. I can't tell.
You know what? I'm kind of sure.
Whoa! That was close, and that did look green there for a second.
At some point it looks yellow to me, but that's impossible.
Isn't
Above where we expected to
the
be.
guy ahead of Bortz in the pits now?
That would be Nico Rosberg. I don't know.
And Schumacher's in the pits too. They must have been on inners.
Schumacher in the pits, and it must not be Nico Rosberg, and it's not.
No, they do double stack sometimes, the AI, but Rosberg, it's saying, is 1 minute and 40 seconds ahead of Bortz. That can't be right.
What?
Did you see that?
Yeah, how does that work?
I've had this issue online where, like, if it desyncs, but I can't imagine you'd get desync in single player. I don't think it's possible to get desync in single player.
It should be interesting. There's no way in hell he could have made up that much. 121. I don't get it. Is he in the pits now? What the fuck? Well, anyway, Nico Rosberg leads the race from Andrew Bortz and Michael Schumacher, and Bortz is now 17 seconds ahead of Schumacher. This is ridiculous. Andrew made the best call I've seen him make this entire career season.
True. I'll be fair to him, the crash wasn't his fault. He was perfectly fine on the previous lap. Again, just like our career. Perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just no grip. That was close. Once again, there's Perez and Hamilton in 16th. He must have had some adventures. He's on the green tires too. What the hell? And look at everyone bunching up in the pits again.
Yeah, the AI messed up.
They messed up big. This is a monsoon. Nothing race stopping, I wouldn't think, but then again, they're pussies nowadays.
I'd say this is as race stopping as rain will ever get.
I don't understand why they would stop the race.
Because cars aquaplane all over the place.
So go slower. They're the
Yeah.
best drivers in the world. If they have to do 5-minute lap times, so be it. Slow down.
Slow down, crash into each other, get hurt. Great idea. Yeah.
You're not going to get hurt going 60, 70 miles an hour in these cars. If you have to slow down that much, they slow down that much.
You want. That's why you argue against the Pirellis, because drivers can't push the fucking limit. If they push the limits in here, they're gonna crash the fuck out.
Then they crash out, but they're not going to be going their normal race speed. And on a track like this, there's almost...
Stranded on track, they can get hurt.
Why
It's
would you
very...
just on track.
These conditions, somebody would get hurt. They don't do it just because, they're assholes. And they're like, well, we really
All right,
want to
well, let's... how many, again, post-Senna, how many fatalities have we had?
Zero. Counting marshals.
And, well, there was one marshal in Italy. There was one marshal in
Australia, I think.
Australia, I think so. Yes. None of that had anything to do with rain.
No.
We had the Spa. That crash was incredibly dangerous. Nobody died.
Yeah.
Car safety.
They got lucky.
Exceptional. True, but I mean, you could say that about every crash. Alonso got lucky he didn't get decapitated in
Dick.
Spa. Arthur Kyan is lucky.
There's no provoking. Of course people get lucky. That doesn't mean we should
22
have...
cars, 22 cars.
That's a fucking terrible mentality. You go along, well, until nobody died, let's not do anything about it.
I'm not saying don't do anything. If the track is a river, I can understand. If the track is a complete river. But until then, even if the track is a river, my point is the drivers, true. There should not be a situation where they put them at undue risk, but the drivers should be smart enough to know if it's raining that hard, you back off. If they aren't, they'll slide into the gravel and it'll be the end of their race, and tough shit for them.
Really, really easy to say. They don't get a lot of wet practice, you know. On dry tracks, they practice all the time. On wet track, obviously, the conditions have to be right.
Exactly, they don't get wet practice because they don't let them run in the wet. The wet tires are basically useless nowadays.
That is not true. They run in wet tires plenty.
And anything behind a safety car or stop on their boxes?
Well, okay.
Yeah,
that is true.
Exactly.
Don't mind that. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
As long as those guys get home safely, I'm good with that.
I think once again, there's a fine line between reasonable safety and over sanitizing, and I think that when it comes to the rain, that line has been crossed.
There's somebody who knows that fine line. Is that us?
Well, I mean, who else? You're right. Are we professional, F1 drivers who've been in it? No. But at the same time, we have the ability to, I think actually we're better judges than any of the drivers would be, or most people in there, because we see it from an unbiased standpoint.
How is it an unbiased standpoint?
Because the drivers who are good in the rain are going to want it. The drivers who aren't good in the rain are going to bitch about it, whether or not they actually think it's safe or not, because it suits their own agenda, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's to be expected.
I don't think either of us sounds particularly unbiased in this case.
Well, no, my point, we can look at it with an unbiased perspective and then form our own opinions based on that. But does that make us better or worse judges of it than anyone else? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any real one good judge of anything.
I think the drivers would be much better judges.
I have great respect for Sterling Moss. I have great respect for Jackie Stewart. When it comes to the issue of women drivers, they're completely on opposite ends of the playing field. They have their own opinions.
When it comes to safety, actually, they're on completely opposite ends.
Yeah, exactly. And I have great respect for both of them. So,
yeah.
Who's to say one of them's a better judge than the other? They're not. At the end of the day,
I can tell you. Okay, the difference between Sir Jackie Stewart and Sir Sterling Moss is that Jackie Stewart isn't senile.
My point is,
and he is a better
two people who are legends in the sport, freaking knighted by the Queen, can have two opposite perspectives. How does that make anything we come up with any better or worse? It doesn't really. If you can get professionals disagreeing on it by that wide of a margin, anything that we say is equally as valid, I think.
Clearly nuts. Okay.
I think Moss is nuts too. I don't agree with anything he said on most of what he said. I still respect the guy, but I don't agree with a lot of what he said on safety or on the women drivers. My point is that we can have this argument and our points be just as equally valid as one of them, because they can't even make up their own minds on it.
Well, again, neither of them are women.
Oh, I was talking about the safety thing. Yeah, the whole women thing. Yeah, no.
Neither of them drive anymore.
Yeah, the whole women thing. As long as she's not a bimbo and she can actually race, I'm cool with whoever. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like, I don't care. If you have a transvestite who could be the next world champion, I don't give a shit. Give him a race seat. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Now, if he's a mass murderer...
then there might be a few issues. Then you'd have to name him Pastor Maldonado. Or no, that was attempted murder. I'm sorry.
You insinuate Pastor Maldonado is an attempted murderer.
Monaco.
Well, then Jeff Gordon is an attempted murderer.
Oh, when did he ignore yellow flags and hit a steward?
What do you mean? He hit? You think Maldonado hit a steward on purpose? Drove into a human being?
I didn't say that. It still would be attempted murder.
That would be attempted murder if he tried to drive.
Oh wait,
into...
no, manslaughter. Manslaughter. Sorry. Wrong
Yeah, that's
charge.
it.
Wrong charge. That was my fault. Attempted murder. Yes, Maldonado. I hate you all.
I thought you meant Monaco when last year.
No. Well, I guess you could consider that attempted murder. Well, but it wasn't that dramatic, I think. If memory serves.
Well, and if you consider him attempted murderer, then it also goes for Chicato. It also goes for Sergio Canamasas and GP2. It goes for Jeff Gordon. It goes for a lot of people.
True enough. That was fun. Speaking of fun, Bort's having a lot of fun slipping and sliding out there in the wet.
Funds.
Still somehow a minute 9 behind Rosberg.
There's a
I
gap
still
of
have no
3
idea how that
seconds
happened.
between you and the car behind. See if you can increase the gap.
If that's even accurate. While we were debating the merits of rain stoppages, they called light rain in 10 minutes. That was about 5 minutes ago. So it should be easing off now, this deluge.
Current reports are suggesting an improvement in the weather. Light rain expected in around 10 minutes.
We got a 5-minute extension on that.
I wonder how many more 5-minute extensions I'm gonna get.
We shall see.
So the last 20 laps or so in Intes, perhaps?
Uh,
Well, more than
I
that.
seem to remember this track drying out fairly quickly. So we might have to go back to slicks before it's all said and done.
Gap to Rosberg has been pretty consistent. Gap to Schumacher has been decreasing a lot. If we're talking proportional again.
Yeah.
Rosberg probably already finished the race in the pit lane.
It's one of the most annoying things online because if that happens, if that kind of desync happens, the cars are still on track, but they go on the racing line like extremely slowly, like almost like AI pace. And so you go and overtake them thinking, why the hell is this guy so slow? But it's not actually the guy. It's just
Oh.
like a ghost car. But you can't go through them, you can actually hit them.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. It's like when somebody's lagging and their car is solid, but not really where it is, but you still get damaged.
They're not very good at ghost cars. Implementing them, Codemasters. Sometimes it seems that cars go ghosting for no fucking reason.
And when you need them to, because there's a guy just sitting on the track, they don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of hydroplaning there, aquaplaning, whatever. Nicely
No.
out though.
Oh, some dancing stuff right there. Michael Schumacher, about to...
Not
Andrew-
anything.
Yeah, Andrew's made his car as wide as he possibly could have.
And then
Like,
some.
I don't think. Overtaking in these kind of conditions, a bit tough.
Well, easy if you do that. There he goes, taking the escape road.
And didn't cost him anything, funnily enough.
No. That might have been something to look at in real F1, but then again, it's raining really hard. I don't think they would have. I think they would have given him an exception.
Nah, this one would have been okay. It's the first time he's done it, technically.
With Schumacher not having DRS ports, as long as he can maintain his car, keep it on the road, should be able to keep him at bay. We shall see.
We've all gone awfully quiet, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, there's not much happening. I was going through my mind and just thinking about recent races I watched, and there was one. Ooh.
My goodness. And that should be, yeah,
There you go.
should be Michael ahead.
But I was thinking back to further my point about rain and drivers should just slow down. The Bathurst endurance race. Right at the very end, there was an utter downpour at the track, and it caught everybody out because, you know, it being a mountain track, it starts a different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they got to the top of the mountain on slicks and had to traverse a good half Bathurst at 20 miles an hour. And they let them keep racing. They ended up having to bring the safety car out because somebody stalled. No, they didn't stall. Somebody crashed into somebody else further back on the track, like before the rain section. So they had to bring a safety car out, but otherwise they let them keep racing. And nobody got hurt, nobody died. People just slowed it down to a reasonable pace until they could get on the wet tires.
Yes, one thing is, they're not fucking open wheelers.
Okay. So that's an inherent part of the car's design, something which, if it were up to me, I would address and I would close the cockpit. But for some reason, people have some kind of apprehension with that.
No, I don't. And I'm sure it's gonna happen soon enough.
It's going to take somebody dying. I hate to say it, again, it's not something I want to happen, but it's like anything. If you want major change, you need a major event.
Hope not.
Oh, I hope not too, but it's what it's going to take. I mean, we'd still be racing at the Nürburgring if it hadn't been for, Lauda. For Lauda, and then following Lauda, the efforts of Jackie Stewart and the drivers' union.
But Lauda didn't die. Thankfully.
Oh yeah, no, but that was a major incident. That's about as close to death as you could get without actually dying. I mean, that was close. You had, you know, the cars were designed where like half the driver was exposed until Ayrton Senna got killed, and then they did a major redesign of the cars.
Absolutely terrifying, the old cars.
Beautiful, beautiful machines. Love the way they look, but yeah.
Shouldn't race. That's what I'm gonna say right there. Beautiful machines shouldn't be racing with them.
Different era. The era when sex was safe and racing was dangerous. Now it's the other way around. We're protection kids.
Are you gonna go see Rush?
Oh, for sure. Oh my god, yes.
Trailer looks pretty good. That's good. Yeah, a good racing movie is long overdue, I feel.
Well, we haven't had I mean, Senna was a documentary. It wasn't really a racing movie.
Movie, it's not a work of fiction.
Oh god, when was the last one? The last, like, actual racing movie? Like, my mind goes to Driven.
No, okay.
And then Days of Thunder.
Driven and Days of Thunder, both of which are not very good.
Well, one of them is not very good. Days of Thunder, I actually thought was a pretty good movie. Driven, no.
I don't like Days of Thunder. I thought it was really silly, and I despise Driven.
Yeah, Driven wasn't that great.
The best racing movie I think there is, and this says volumes about how good racing movies are, Talladega Nights.
That was funny as hell. I love that movie.
Good movie, but like, that's the best racing movie? Yeah, nothing else.
Wonder Bread.
God, that movie is amazing. 20 laps to go.
Rain's definitely lighter.
It is lighter, but there's still no cause for tire change.
No.
I was going to cover a qualifying session live, but balls to that. Because they
qualifying?
What?
What qualifying session?
It's a GNA championship in Italy. We have like the biggest weekend of our lives coming up.
Who's we?
The crew, Banner crew.
Oh, there's more than just two of you?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The guys have run the numbers and we calculate the
At least 8 people.
pitting within the next 2
Cool.
laps.
Hmm.
Cool stuff.
You have a 4-second gap to the car behind. 4 seconds.
We all pay him as much as you pay me for this.
I offered, and you just never gave me your PayPal info.
Wow. Also, did I say 8? I mean 9.
Send me that info, baby. I could send you some cash.
Yeah, sure.
Or it's much slower than the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Zzz. Zzz.
Capital. So is the car behind Alonso? Do we?
Well, I couldn't see in the mirrors because, you know, the draw
Draw
distance.
I'm looking at it. I'm watching like the track disappear and the trees disappear. It's just terrible.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, when you get to pay some attention to it, it's like a comedy of errors.
Nice. And true. And sad. I still can't see the color of that car.
Nah. No.
It disappeared again.
Man, I just love the disappearing trees. It's like one moment there's like that huge fuck off green tree, and then BAM! It's gone. It is not Alonso, but Alonso is close enough. 3 seconds down. Difficult to hold on to his podium position.
Well, it depends on whether or not he has to make a transition and whether or not the rest of the guys make a transition with him.
I think he will. There's a lot of the race to go after all.
Very true.
Might win him the race, might lose him the race.
It'll be a China all over again. Hopefully
Yeah.
it goes better.
Such relaxed driving in the rain.
Yeah. I had to race online the other day in the rain in Monaco. Didn't go well.
Yeah, I imagine so.
There's one corner, the one right before the first swimming pool chicane. Always get caught out by the bump. Never been able to find a setting that accounts for that very well.
Oh, yeah.
Seconds adrifted you. 5 seconds.
No, Alonso's 5 adrift now. Losing time?
Can't be tires. That's weird.
Can't it be the tires? What if he put on intermediates?
Oh, no, if he put on inters, he'd be more. If he made a pit stop, he'd be way more than 5 seconds behind.
Like if he's still running on intermediates and the AI is just not working well.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a bit of a moment. Not that bad though.
And
Keeps it together.
really struggling to keep it on the road now. But he has to wait out till that switch point.
Yeah, it's still way too much water coming off these tires.
Oh, hell no, yeah. This is not intermediate territory just yet.
I'll have to see how the rest of the track is. We forget sometimes that it is localized part
Yeah.
by part, so this
Look,
section's wet.
There's 6
You
seconds
lost the
between
car,
you and the car behind. Keep pushing.
but he's gaining on Alonso still, even despite the mess up.
Cut it. Don't even try to take that sausage. There you go.
He cuts it in like a very special way that doesn't award him.
Yeah, it's like he halfway tries to get back on the track and halfway does. I mean, I'm just like, if I have to cut the corner, I'll slow down, but I'm going through. You know, I'm not gonna.
Oh, what's even the point of slowing down?
Because if you don't, this game has that magical slowdown track and it will spin you.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like Forza. Because
Yeah.
the devs are stupid and rather would not get their penalty system working. And so instead they put magical slowdown areas, which make it even worse because then it'll spin you and then you'll crash into people through no fault of your own.
I don't think Forza spins you. I think you just really.
No, I'm talking about this game. Yeah, no, Forza doesn't spin you, it just slows you down. This game actually spins you. Enters. See? Like right there. That's not him tapping the throttle. That's the game keeping him from going.
Green flag. Sector 2 has been cleared of debris. Back up to rating speed.
There's been debris, and oh, there's 22 cars.
Yeah, I said that like at the beginning of the wet stint. Way to not pay attention to me, Val.
Sorry.
I'm used to it. Look at that. There's a car off ahead. Their car is going off everywhere. This is definitely entered. It's Schumi! Look at that dry line already in this sector. Oh. Cut it.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, okay, enters and to the end.
I wouldn't even say to the end. The way this is drying, I'll have to go back on the slicks before the end of it.
It dried immediately. Like there was no smooth transition. You just suddenly start losing the car.
Well, there's water here. It's variable. It's weird. I like it though. I have to say, it's the one thing that I really do like about these games is the weather system is really cool.
It is.
Who is this up ahead?
Not sure.
They're coming in.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to save fuel.
Let's see how this goes. Get the intros on. There's Ferrari. There's a box for the Mercedes. That was a Lotus? No, Toro Rosso. Here we go. The inters. Let's do it. Yeah, held up.
Nah, not too bad.
No, held up by Schumi though. Who jumped ports.
The track is clear. Track is clear.
What's Schumi on? You have to wonder.
Enters.
Yep. There she is.
No way you get on slicks this early. No way in hell.
Maybe you just fit it for wets again and the game broke or something. I don't know.
No, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't have to stop for wets. You wouldn't have to get new tires until like halfway through the race. It was already past halfway with the rear cab.
Well, on Enter's boards, it's a lot better than on wet. So that should be good.
Very true. I mean, that's been the pattern throughout this whole season. He's not pace-wise not that great on wets, and apparently not that great on inters either.
Wow.
That was lucky. Lucky boards. Lucky boards.
Yeah. Break your front wing there, and that would be it.
Why is he not getting any grip? It cannot be dry enough for slicks yet. No way.
Well, you know what? I think that like the dry line is there, right? But it's not big enough for the entire car. I'm actually gonna assume that, and he goes off of it quite a bit. And these skies have gotten a lot bluer, so that creates an illusion of it being drier than it actually is.
Yeah, but so you're thinking he just didn't have the grip online? He has to actually go offline for the grip because it's not wet enough on the...
I think he just goes offline because he's braking too late. I don't know. Yeah, like you say.
Well, when he goes offline, he seems to have more grip.
Well, let's see. We'll get to see. The dry line is like
It's there.
It is there, but it's not wide or anything. It's pretty underwhelming in size.
Oi.
Yeah.
Blue flags.
Oh my God, is that Rosberg?
Wow. How the hell did Rosberg manage that?
Oh God.
Like, what did he... Again, now this is the time when I really, really want a replay system that works. Like, what did Rosberg do to do that?
Actually, I think at this point, what Bort should have done, he should have hit the pause button, he should have went to race directors, and he should have looked at his lap times. Because this was impossible.
I don't know how the hell he managed that. I mean, he would have had to time his transitions to different tires perfectly, which I guess is feasible, but to be a lap ahead? I mean, the leaders weren't that far ahead of Bort, were they?
Like, if there's 22, 21 cars doing that, one of them's bound to get it really right. Then again,
Still, though, that much of a gap?
no, it's
It's insane.
just be realistic.
It's insane.
Yeah. Well, there's Alonso right behind, but I think Bortz finally has some grip. Oh, Marvin, you jackass.
Oh, Marvin.
Oh,
It's a German.
what a cupcake.
The weather's starting to clear. Let us know when conditions are right for dry tyres.
I should message him on Skype saying cupcake.
Do it.
Yes.
I'll do it. You won't do it, I will.
I'll do it. Oh, www cupcake. Did you write cupcake to him too?
Yes.
It's double cup salt.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. Clitoris. Oh my.
You gotta ask Bortz to link that video to the description.
Oh my god. That should be the intro. Oh, that'll be an intro for a Backmarkers cast. I'll just record that.
Remember the intro clips with the radio that you have?
Yeah.
Just put George Takei on.
Oh my.
No, it's
My.
well, that's the gap to Alonso starting to become decent now.
I'm gonna call Slicks. I would get on Slicks right now. Look at that line.
It is a good line, but if you go off track on the slicks, you'll be screwed.
True. However, right now he's having to go off the line quite a bit. Tire temps.
Honest.
Oh, lucky boards! Again.
Again.
My god.
That's Rosberg too. Cut it. Fuck it. No. God, Boards, stop being such a good guy.
Heikki has just come into the pits.
Oh, look at Rosberg. Look at Rosberg struggling. Boards is gonna have a look. Boards is gonna have a big look. Not gonna do anything about it though. He might do something here. Ooh, nicely done, Boards.
Not often you see Andrew having to unlap himself, but
No, quite. Here he comes for the slicks.
because that makes no sense. Wonder if Rosberg stayed out. No, I don't think so. I don't think that he pitted in. I don't see anything in the. I see disappearing buildings.
Yeah.
Prime tyres confirmed for next pit stop.
Was that a Mercedes pit crew?
I can't tell. It
Yeah.
disappeared in the mirrors too fast. Yes, it was.
Well, that's a Merc.
Yep, that would be Rosberg.
You're free to rejoin the track. The track is clear.
Why he went on primes, I don't know. But
Maybe
I guess.
good option compounds left.
Well, he'd have a choice of what? 4 of them? He'd have to.
No.
Unless he fucked us that up. No! Oh my god.
We need to keep up the pace. The gap to the car behind is
Well, the
4 seconds.
podium's gone, but
It just went by. There goes
what damage. See, I told you that was a questionable call to switch to. Although the AI,
It's the exact same corner though that he's been doing that in. I mean, that's nothing new. Primes, wets, dries.
You're on
He's
the
been
slower
doing that all
tyre,
race.
But you're maintaining the gap to the car ahead, so we're very happy
your main
if this
the
is
gap
good.
to the car. Go fuck yourself. You useless piece of shit.
Hey, at least now it's not only me saying it.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow, but you really are keeping up that.
Ooh,
Gap.
look at that. Somebody spun off right behind boards.
Paul de Resta, if I'm not mistaken.
Surprise. Ooh, water.
Oh,
Not good
a
for primes. Whoa! What the hell was that?
Nice. Nah.
Andrew Port's master of making fuck-ups into overtakes.
Wow, that was pretty as shit.
That was cool. I had a crisis.
I think like Weber and Raikkonen are either dicing it out or they all crashed.
The problem there is that line board stakes, he gets the left side of the car into the water.
No.
He gets it off a line, and that's why he's been snapping.
I don't know how Lewis is even having a look at this point. That seems rather crazy.
They both did the same thing there.
Be aware, we think the car behind is trying to
Water,
save fuel.
bad, 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 bad! Hamilton, bad!
At
Alonso's
Hamilton.
the fastest man on the track at the moment.
Bad Roscoe.
Somehow did the quickest lap of the race. How?
I don't know, here comes Kimmy.
It's Kimmy.
There goes Kimmy! Kimmy, what are you doing? Oh, he was in the water, that's why. No wonder he had to brake
Yeah.
so early, that makes sense.
Currently,
Or him,
we're
like,
9
wobble
places
about.
above where we predicted. Let's carry this through to the end. Webber's just behind you. Try to build a gap.
You can see multiple dry lines now forming into that section. Schumacher now setting the fastest lap.
Okay, so the first three cars are clearly some sort of magic because look at how far Alonso is now.
I
Yeah.
missed it.
There's Mark.
You're faster in sector 2.
Here comes
There's a car
Kimi.
ahead. Sector
There's
2, go to the
Kimmy. I can't quite do it. And here comes the usual boards drop off of the.
In the last 10 laps. Ooh, Kimmy getting feisty there.
A bit less than 9 laps to go. Yeah. I wonder if all the cars behind at the moment are cars that would fight Andrew for position.
You've got a slight lead
Imagine
over
so.
Raikkonen. Don't
Engineer saying stupid, obvious shit, but
What else
whatever.
is new?
You have a car. You have a turn with left
Pedal
to
on
go.
the right makes you go.
Alonso's the fastest
Pedal on the
man
left
track at the
makes you
moment.
stop.
Unless you're old and then you get the two confused. Sorry, again, more technical difficulties again. YouTube sucks a cock. Anyway, speaking of cocks,
Weber is ahead of Bortz. Actually, no, wait. That's wrong. I thought that was Vettel.
no, love you, Webbo. You're awesome. Vettel, you're a cock.
Awkward. I fucked that up.
Save me, Valentine.
You're my only hope. I'm quoting Star Wars here. That's all I can do.
Oh my god. We are fucked. Well,
Video lasted for a good hour, so that's got to be a new record for YouTube.
only 7 laps to go. Definitely slick weather now. Bort's doing a good job, I guess. Had a couple fuck ups and lost his podium. Let's see how he keeps the Scotsman off of him. Can he keep the angry Scotsman off of him is the question.
Wow. 122.9. Crazy.
4 seconds faster than Bort's.
That's Bortz's best, and they were setting the dry. Before.
Different
Before.
tire compounds, but still, that's insane.
Well, now he is going quicker than that.
Still, but okay, 3 seconds fast. It's still insane. Bort's not having a good last part of the race. It has to be said.
Yep, 3 seconds. Rosberg can pretty much walk the rest of the distance. He's good.
Well, he's lapped Schumacher, as we see De Resta getting a little look in the inside, but not making anything of it. I mean, that's going to be Bort's saving grace. If he can keep trying to push the AI into the wet to overtake, they're not going to be able to get any kind of grip.
Or if he wants to push them into his rear wing, that works too.
Yeah. We've seen both, and we've seen both used effectively.
Now it's Hulk behind.
The two Force Indy drivers have been close together all throughout this race, even when they were doing pirouettes at the beginning of the rain.
Yeah. Problem is, they were informing us of the fuel situation of the wrong one.
Exactly. They
It's
need to
like,
tell us how is Hulkenberg's fuel.
I mean, I can't go a commentary without knowing. How is this fuel engineer? Tell us. Tell me.
wish there was like a request button, request certain info. There goes
There goes the
Nico
Hulk.
on his rich fuel.
That's why I think they need to have an end war-like system where you can talk to your engineer, but that would be too much effort.
F1 2013, now with Microsoft Connect.
Oh God. Here we go. Here goes the Resta. Oh no, that's Raikkonen. What did Kimi get pushed back? Oh yeah, that's right. When he, yeah. Kimi, he going very quick, and he passed Andrew. Let's see what Andrew can do. Here comes Resta coming up from the behind, and well, we can't do anything against Kimi. The Kimi is going to get away, and it's going to be okay.
I'm gonna go shoot myself. Anyway, wow, where did the rest go?
Behind us. Oh, whoa, where did the Resta go? That's a
Okay.
very good question. Look at the train. It's almost like the very beginning of the race all over again, except this time, Fords is up front, keeping everyone behind. Versus
I looked in the mirror and I thought I saw a flying F1 car and I lost my shit.
where? When?
It's not there anymore, but I thought like it's probably just like on the low quality, probably just was one of the signs disappearing.
I remember online when somebody flipped across my nose go into a rouge. It wasn't fun.
Well, I
Oh! That puckered my ass. That was scary.
You know what? Andrew's gonna have trouble getting any points for this, I imagine.
Well, if he keeps doing shit like that, yeah.
And then he didn't get a paycheck. But
Whoa. Oh, you heard that? You hearing that?
yep.
Bang, bang, bang. Someone hit somebody back there. Bang, bang, I hit the ground.
I thought it was a puncture, and I was like, wait.
Yeah, that would be Bortz's luck. I made it to the end. This is a hellacious race, the last lap.
Insane amounts of breathing space. Just look at that. But other than that,
Yeah, other than the car that's immediately behind him.
well, beggars can't be choosers.
Well, yeah, they can be. They just won't get anything.
Now, if I were Andrew at this point, I'd probably play the points game. I'd just let Vern ahead.
I mean, there's no sense in just letting him ahead. He's gonna have to overtake on the wet stuff, so might as well just make it hard for him.
I wouldn't try to block because you lose time doing that.
Well, no, I wouldn't try to block. I would just keep on the dry line. If he wants to overtake, that's fine, but he'll have to go in the wet. Simple.
You should be able to do that right now with the DRS, I'm gonna guess. No. No.
Has to go on the wet. It's the only thing that's saving Bortz now.
4 laps to go.
Whoa, look at that train. Look at how that train's moved back. It's now all the way back into the third sector.
Yep.
Somebody really blew it. Do I even need to say it? Do I really even need to say it? More technical difficulties. In the closing stages of this race, when I'm done with this, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Call YouTube and swear.
Probably. Good idea, actually. Where's my phone? Hang on. Good idea.
Oh, wow.
But it almost lasted an entire lap that time.
This time it was actually on my end. No. No, it's not. It's all Matt.
I wonder if it's like, if I have an old version of Flash or something that needs
Flash.
updating. I highly doubt it, but I mean, anything can happen. Looks like Vern's trying to get feisty there, and Bortz is saying, no, you shall not pass.
So I get shit for Star Wars references that you can quote fucking Gandalf and...
2.5 laps to go. Will Bortz be able to maintain his position over Vern? We shall see. It's been an interesting race. It's been an exciting one. Full of technical difficulties and hitches. Are you there? Oh my, I might have lost Valentine. Anyway. We're getting to the end. My video has not worked really at all, as we see a little bit of oversteer there from Bortz. Still desperately trying to hold on to P7. Like we were saying earlier, all he has to do is keep them from...
Did the race go?
I thought you were there. I just thought you weren't saying anything.
To the bathroom. I said be right back.
I didn't hear you say that. Okay, hang on and pause. Awkward.
coming up on the final 3 fucking minutes of this goddamn race that never ends. Nico Rosberg. Oh, actually, Bolt won't have to run this lap to the end because he's lapped by Rosberg.
Thank God.
Slapping. Yeah. Fucking A.
So, for the last time going through the chicane, not having to cut it that time. I'll have no problem holding off Vern here. Nowhere to overtake, even if he messed up a little bit. Last couple overtake opportunities for Jean-Eric are going to be up here. Is he going to make a run? I can't tell because they keep disappearing in the mirrors rather.
Menu.
Grosjean sets the fastest lap of the race at the very end.
Ah.
Here we go, going through not Parabolica.
Yeah.
Into the final corner for the last time. And
Oh,
Andrew Bortz is going to finish in P7 in a chaotic, glitch-filled, utterly batshit insane Hungarian Grand Prix. Well done to Andrew. Sad that he lost some positions, but, you know, all things considered, did very well in the end. So Nico Rosberg wins the race ahead of his teammate Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso in P3 from Weber, Kimi Räikkönen in P5, and Hülkenberg, Bortz in P7, Jean-Eric Verne, Bruno Senna, Daniel Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel not having the best race of his career, unrealistically being beaten by his teammate and not having Mark ordered out of the way, Felipe Massa in P12, Kamui Kobayashi, who was very strong, lost out in the rain stint of the race P13 to rest the Hamilton, Grosjean, who has a penalty, not surprised, Perez, Karthik and Della Rosa Cavallina, Pick, Lock, Jensen Button, and Maldonado did not finish the race. To the championship now, where Fernando Alonso leads Lewis Hamilton by 53 points. Andrew Bortz coming in third, 85 points behind Alonso. And then we have Rosberg, Button, Weber, Grosjean, Schumacher, Raikkonen, Vettel, Kobayashi, Perez, Verne, Hülkenberg, Maldonado, Massa, De Ressa, Ricciardo, Senna, Della Rosa, who has not scored, neither has Kovalainen, Karthikayan, Peak, or Glock, all the way down in the arse end of the field. To the constructors now, where Vodafone McLaren Mercedes beats Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro. Oh, can I not say that? I just did. Mercedes AMG Petronas, and then I think it was Caterham. Not positive though. So P7 for Bortz. Well done. As I said, very chaotic.
Look at those lifeless dolls applauding him. It's not.
Yeah, I thought you said lifeless blow-up dolls. Sorry for all the video stoppages. Bortz is going to have some fun in the editing room with this one. YouTube sucks. It's not my fault. As we're going to see a few press clips now, and there's the current stage between Bortz and Kovalainen. Had some fun. See you guys next time.